creator of Starscream? Yeah, that would be me.
Oh, I see. And hello, everyone. I hope you're doing wonderfully well. We're cracking on with our final countdown campaign. This is where we go back in modern jets and modern gear and fight famous World War II battles. Starscream, what's going on today?
So today we're doing some North Africa campaign battles, specifically the Battle of Kasserine Pass, where if you ever saw the movie Patton, you remember at the very beginning, Patton came over and took over a large portion of the U.S. Army forces that were in North America after a horrible defeat. Well, this would be that horrible defeat where the Americans went into battle for the very first time in any kind of force in World War II. And let's be honest, they kind of got their butts completely handed to them by the Germans. And in fact, the only reason the battle was even saved, because the British were there too, was because the British did an insanely large artillery barrage on the German forces. And Rommel's supply lines were also really stretched out. So Rommel said, you know what? It's like, we're just going to kind of go back here and regroup. And that was really the only thing that kind of saved the day. So we're going to try to prevent that from happening. We're going to try to prevent that horrible disaster from occurring by helping destroy the Germans during their advance.
Yeah.
So as you kind of can see here on the main and in the at the main map that we have that kind of shows everything, most of our fixed wing and are there at Shiraz International. And I don't know if you can scroll down just a little bit there. There you go. There are 4 routes of German advances that are going to be coming along on the roads. They're going to be trying to attack our Allied positions. We're going to have to put some cap in the air. We're going to have to destroy some AAA batteries. And then hopefully all of our ground attack guys can destroy the German convoys, destroy the assembly areas, destroy the German HQ, capture Erwin Rommel, and destroy the German air base that is supplying aircraft in the general area. If you want to go ahead to Task A. Task A is Stinger, which is our F-18 Hornets, are going to take off and do the terrific job that they always do, destroying the German 88mm batteries. Batteries consist of 4 German 88s, 2 smaller caliber anti-aircraft guns, and all of their supply and support vehicles. Go ahead and hit and destroy those. Your Hornets, you have waypoint 1, 2, 3, and 4. Waypoint 5 is the German headquarters, which if you are able to prosecute all the batteries, please go ahead and destroy the German headquarters. You'll recognize it as a bunch of military-type looking buildings along with their headquarters, staff, and everything around the general area. The waypoint is on it. You'll see it. It's pretty obvious. It's right in the middle of the city there. Task B.
Okay.
Task B is Fang, which is our F-16s, are going to go and provide air cover. Hopefully better than the F-14s did in our last mission. There will be German aircraft coming in from various areas. We do have an AWACS. We have an E-3 that is flying just northwest of where we'll be taking off at Shiraz International. And yeah, so waypoint 1 is kind of like situated like your northern part of the AO, and waypoint 2 is the southern part of the AO. So if you ever get confused, you can go and go back to that. I'll also point out that if any of the aircraft have TACAN, I think it is it 9-4 X-ray? It's on the sheet. At the
9-5 X-ray.
9, okay.
9-5 X-ray.
You can go ahead and set your TACAN to come back to the air base when needed. So.
No, it's 9-4, pardon me.
9-4 X-ray, okay. Task C. Task C is going to be all of our CAS, all of our ground support. So the helicopters will be taking care of the German advance at the 2 northern, I guess, routes of advance there. Task Force North will have a waypoint there to the allies that are in the little blue box. And then Task Force North Central will have that. Jump is, which is the Harriers, is going to be taking care of the allies down there. That is kind of like what we called South Central. And then on the very far south, Tusk is the A-10s, who are going to go down there and stop the German advance there. All of these allied positions are marked with blue smoke. So you should be able to quickly and easily identify them so you don't shoot them and you shoot all of the baddies. Also, the FARP has green smoke on it. So at some point, if you become disorientated, if you do see the FARP, which you'll see it, these are all very distinct valleys. You can easily use that to navigate your way back to the base. Task D,
Getting this D.
which is all of our warbirds.
Oh,
So we don't have a P-40 Warhawk, so standings for those. But the British, or is it, what do you guys call yourself? The Royal Air Force?
RAF.
Air Corps? RAF? There you go. Had some substantial air assets in North Africa at this time. So we have the Mosquito, along with the Spitfire, and like I said, some American planes will be standing in for P-40 Warhawks. Once those AAA or
Do we have any more birds?
sites of the German 88s have been taken down, they're going to go and attack those assembly areas that are nearby them. If you kind of just go in that general area, you should be able to see it. They're there, and they've got all sorts of tents and trucks and supply facilities and everything there. It's mostly a soft target, so you shouldn't have any problem having to hit it. There shouldn't be any tanks or anything shooting back at you. There will be, I think, some half tracks that simulate the fact that infantry with machine guns will be shooting back, but that should pretty much be your only threat if everything goes correctly. And task E,
Pettywagon. And
task
quiet.
E
Oh,
is
sorry.
going to be the capturing of Erwin Rommel. So we have two Hueys and two Hips. I think the Hips are the only ones that are occupied right now. You're going to take off, fly south, go over the Allied position, follow the road until you find Erwin Rommel's convoy. He was out there checking on the troops and inspecting them before the advance. He is now headed back to the headquarters, but you're going to have to try to stop him. So one, he's going to be the only convoy headed away from the front. So that's a good way to do it. The other thing is he has 2 half tracks and some other cars with him, and then he will be in a staff car. You need to disable the 2 half tracks with usually machine gun fire. Make sure that you use your gunner's ROE. So after they disable the half tracks, they don't kill Rommel. Once you do that, one of the Hips can land near the car. You should get a message that says that you've disloaded troops. After 30 seconds, you should get a message that says that you have captured him, and you fly him back to the FART, and then we'll have captured Erwin Rommel, and he won't even be able to partake in the rest of World War II.
Ooh.
And lastly, the Mirage Deep Strike is really simple. You're going to take off. Waypoint 1 takes you straight south. Waypoint 2 brings you on a waypoint just before your target. Waypoint 3 is your target for all of the Mirages. So each Mirage is actually a separate unit, and you all have a different waypoint 3. So if you're supposed to be hitting the fuel tanks, your waypoint is on the fuel tanks. If you're hitting the airfield, it's on the airfield. If it's on the fighter aircraft, it's on the fighter aircraft. And then after you're done, you fly back to Shiraz. And then after that, we're all done, and we go have a beer. Can I say that? Is that allowed?
You are allowed to
Copy
do.
that.
I wouldn't see why
And
not.
if we're dead, we get a different sort of beer.
Okay, Starscream, that was excellent work or something. Let's go through today's flight. Stinger, Hornet, Alley, Grump, Shrek, Mookie, and Sock. Tusk, A-10s, Blood, Jukal, Chopsticks, Jigsaw, Pest,
Chicka.
Mosquito, Seahorse, Bean, Skill, Tanky, Horse, P40, Hasina Static, Fang, Viper, Signore Bear, Penguin, Macaboon, Darber, Jump, Horn, what's it called? Harrier, Whistler, Starscream, Breathe, Spitfire, Artie, Bendy, Storm, Empty, Illusion, Mirage, Cap, today here by popular demand from the valued viewers, but okay. Elo, Space Chef, Task Force North, Saint, Camov, Center, North Center, Blight, Unexpected, Camov, Gazelle, Pattywagon, Tuxor, and Pimperho, and you guys are going to be collecting Erwin Rommel. And don't let him talk you, because he'll talk you around to the evil side in the helicopter, so don't listen. Cover up your ears and go la 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 la. Okay, guys. So what are the Mirages bombing? I understood that about as much as I understand anything. How do I know what to bomb?
The Mirages are the German air base. It's waypoint 3. So you just go to waypoint 1, waypoint 2, and waypoint 3 is your actual actual target.
Also has your target in there as well. It looks like you and LOB destroying parked aircraft.
Why does it say that?
It says right there, Cap, next to your name. Parked aircraft.
Left side.
There you go, guys. We're doing parked aircraft, baby. Should I do the fuel depot, guys?
Yeah, we'll work on that together, buddy.
Right, there you go. See, everything's okay. Right, stand by. Okay, valued viewers, whatever the heck you are nowadays, no one actually seems to know anymore. Let's get ready. Got that.
Monty, did we have the server up?
We will need that, guys.
121.
Not yet. It's just going up now.
Okay, Roger. Tell me when it's up, and or you can throw the password, or I can, or whatever.
Giggity.
I'll let you do it.
Right, go. Who's leading? Because I'm not. Because I don't know how to fly the Mirage. So one of you two's leading.
Spaceship.
There you go. Thank you for volunteering spaceship.
Okay.
We're going low. We're going low
244.
because we need to make it look sexy.
Magic is 244.
Up.
Oop. Too much. There we go. And then guard is the typical 243.
All the guys in the FA2, once we get in, we'll have a quick chat on SRS on who's going to take what targets, etc.
Are you filming takeoffs today, Cap, or just off?
Should be up
Yes.
there, Starscream.
I go back and do it in post-production. Yeah.
That's actually one other thing I forgot to mention. Everybody everybody needs to be ready before we all take off, because if we go willy-nilly, we'll set off the Germans and then they will start attacking before we're all ready. So even
Wouldn't want to trigger the Germans.
yeah.
So if not on the runway, then get at least to the access to the runway, so you're all ready to go.
It's one of my favorite quotes from Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Oh, who are we gonna offend? The Nazis?
The corduroy pillow. It's causing headlines.
Jeez,
Literally just came straight out. With that. How do you feel about that, Signore?
Oh, I thought that was the joke within itself. I have no idea. What is it?
Oh, jeez. Spontaneous humour is not welcome in GR. That's Hoggits, where you go for spontaneous humour.
What is this? What is this pillow thing?
Spontaneous cringe.
Someone explain it to him.
Corduroy is a very, very hard denim, and its stitch lines will leave lines on your face.
Oh, it's hard.
And I'm guessing they stay for a while.
It's too young to know what corduroy is.
Well, they say diarrhea runs in the genes.
Oh my god!
Sort of instantaneous humor I'm used to. So
There, he understands. That's more on Signore's level, isn't it?
Yes,
Any diarrhea joke.
you spend enough time with
Corduroy is a
Bear.
pants they used to whistle when you walk.
One day I'm just hoping.
Ella's from the era where we used to have mohair suits.
My god. I'm just waiting for the day where we have a full video on like the GR2 channel of just nothing but us cracking jokes.
Do that.
like the pre-lobby, the pre-mission, whatever joking.
Welcome to Wreckfest.
Pretty much.
Right, we're in Auntie's hands right now.
Wreckfest looks pretty fun when you guys do it, gotta say.
That's good.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Why did the monkey fall out of the tree?
No.
It's dead.
Makes sense. Had a stroke.
Jesus Christ. Had a stroke.
How about a pirate pickup line? It would be cordial if I could drop my anchor in your lagoon.
It's pretty good.
But you don't know what's been swimming in that lagoon.
No, you don't.
There be monsters.
But what kind of barnacles may be attached to that anchor?
There it is.
I burn for your love, she says. I also burn from your love. Suburban UP.
Sometimes.
Gotta see a doctor about that.
Yeah, one time they told me, you've got a lot of bacteria in your urine there.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what they said.
Did the doctors take a nice swig of it just to confirm?
Yeah, they were like, oh, I can tell. Yes, tastes quite bacteria-y.
Just like yogurt.
It's quite aged.
Yeah.
It just burns the back of the throat.
Like a whiskey.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this conversation descended into the black pits of hell very quickly, didn't it?
The nether regions.
Speaking of cooking, I was wondering if you guys knew a good recipe for sourdough bread that I could use, where I could get that.
I'll see.
Some of that yeast.
That yeast.
Give me some of that yeast.
The yeast.
God. He needs tears to bake it properly, though.
All right, don't blame me. Auntie made the password.
Holy shit!
Oh, wow.
No idea. Could literally say anything.
I mean, really, we can't just use 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, come on.
It ain't our problem. Come on, who doesn't know that?
Don't say it aloud.
Don't say it, you pillock.
What? We can't use 1, 2, 3, 4
Sorry.
because
Server's going to have to be restarted because the password has just gone out to the whole world.
Rip. Who did that?
I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either.
I didn't
hear it.
This time
I heard it.
I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that even in English?
There's a few vowels missing.
Certainly not the Queen's
No.
English. What is that?
Yeah, it's been murdered.
Must be Canadian English.
Well, don't you
There's
know?
no vowels missing.
We'll be alright, guys.
There are?
Maybe the Queen's
using
fourth
this?
generation inbred son's English?
What do you know about bacon, yeah?
Right, guys, going in. See you in SRS.
Ah, nope.
2 hours later, I'm still trying to spell the password.
Just copy and paste.
I was gonna
God's sakes.
say, yeah.
That doesn't really work.
It don't work for a lot of people.
It don't work for me.
Since only one person can be in the cell at a time.
I'll
Are
put
we
it in
waiting
multiple
for
cells.
a new password?
No, we'll go with it as long as Caps
Okay.
switched off.
1, 2, 1, radio check.
We can always ban people that come on that aren't in
Sark, regional Lima Charlie.
in the Discord.
Got yourself? Anybody else was staying here?
But
Grum checking
I
in.
don't have the ability to ban people, and that's not fun.
I want to do the banning.
See, the most powerful weapon you have is a radio.
Can't check, 1, 2, 1. 5
I'd say that's the most deadliest person on the battlefield.
Yay! Robble's been captured by
Uh,
GR and turned over to Allied.
Already.
Oh, that was fast.
Nice.
It's a wireless,
it.
not a radio. It's a wireless. Wrong era.
Well, damn. Mission accomplished, boys. Let's go home.
Time for that beer.
Yep. Go back to the tent if you need me.
I've never been so efficient.
Sock, you're in my slot.
They ain't all you're in.
Well,
So, guys from Stinger on this one? Say again? Everybody from Stinger listening in?
hey, firm.
Okay, I suggest 1 and 2, leader number 2, go for targets 1 and 3, and numbers 3 and 4 go for targets 3 and 4, and Damp goes for target 5. Everybody happy with that? 5, 4, 3,
2.
Great. I'm going to use GBU 12s. I don't know what you're going to use, but I'm going to go straight up to 20. Well, we use a block of 20 to 25,000. I'll go to about 22,000 and go straight for target 1. And it's literally, it's about 5 minutes off the takeoff. The bombs come off.
GPU 38. 2 times. GPU 38. It's going to be a lightning, not lantern. GPU 38. Bombs. GPU 38. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna use this every single chance I get. Explosive incendiary tracer. We're gonna do target practice, high explosive, armor piercing. Just in case, because I've heard
Go ahead and top her off.
a little bit more luck with that one.
Alright, let's put some things back on this thing. Copy. Gotcha.
Oh, hey, big guy.
Refueling complete.
Excellent. Let's see, we're going with bomb stay, so we're gonna want our stabilizer pushed up a bit. Half healed, good. Yeah.
Total comp check. Fuck.
Set. Okay.
Rearming complete.
You ready for tactic? Okay. While I'm at it, let's see. IFF's on. D-Link is not. We'll turn that on. Stores. Set these up now. They'll all be in TOO, eFuse, instant, JDAM display, step, TOO, step, TOO, step, TOO, and if this ever needs to get interrupted before we get on target by enemy air threats. Nope, I'll turn that on just in case we do get locked by friendlies. As a matter of fact, I'll jam.
Are you ready for taxi?
EW. This will only serve for buddy spikes.
Ready for taxi? Covered.
SA map.
Ready for taxi?
There we go.
And 4, what aircraft have you got the right hand side of you? What are they? It's another Hornets. Okay. GBUs. Okay, it's damp, I think. Okay, so if everybody's ready to taxi, it's just pretty much straight in front. Just follow me and we'll wait at the end of the runway. Sorry, I thought it was something further past the number 5. Looks like the Germans are already at it.
Two rolling.
It's 5. Are you rolling? Just off on your own? Five's in the hurry.
It's damp took my spot, so 2's in the number 5 position.
3 rolling. 4 rolling. 5's rolling. I'm in the next. I'll turn off at this thing right here and wait. Yep.
I take it we're just lining up and waiting until we get the call to launch.
Yeah. Go on ahead of me. Okay, who's number 3 now? I'm confused. 16s are going to taxi after you warbirds, alright? Copy. 5 is assuming 5 spot. Okay, but which Which aircraft is it, so I know to follow them?
Bear, you on 122.
Starscream, unexpected.
What unexpected?
Hey, since the German attack has begun, should helicopters head out?
Yeah, just be careful of incoming fighters, that's all.
Oh, we'll wait then.
Yeah, somebody
If
jump.
the warbirds use the left runway, the jets could use the right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we need to get those F-16s airborne. I thought you guys were on the runway.
I was waiting because people were taxiing in front of us.
Well, give us a shout, because basically, we'll, as soon as you stop moving, we'll get airborne.
Alright.
18s are all lined up, ready to go.
Stand by. 3's changing loadout. We also need to get those Hornets in the air to get the SEAD started.
Yeah, but as soon as those some F-16 start moving.
Nope, set the IFA.
Alright, we're just waiting for these 16s to get moving.
2 ready.
3 set.
Alright, start. Sixteens are taxiing now.
Are we waiting for anything now, guys? Bearing in mind that the trigger's gone.
Well, wait for the
I would say if you're on the runway, go ahead.
Okay, we'll go then. Okay, so sting out. We're going in about 5 seconds. Okay.
2.
Arching Spitfire's about to roll. Leads rolling.
2 rolling.
3 rolling. Starscream, Tuxor.
Go ahead, Tuxor.
As soon as we loaded in, we had the message come up saying that Ronald had already been captured by us. Is that going to mix up the triggers?
It might. You might need to just role play it.
Yep, copy that.
Okay, gearing going up. Flaps are going up. On lead, right into the sun. Ooh. Lead heads up, rest of flight might be blind, you're going right into the sun. Thank you. Yeah.
Going straight at 22,000. One speed chart. I'm doing 300 knots, I'm climbing up. On accelerating flight level 220, we're going to Mach decimal at 0. Striker number 2, lead's going to go start on the left-hand side, and I work my way right. If you start on the right-hand side of the targets, and you work your way left.
2. A2 settled off your right side.
121 radio check. Yeah, I guess you just spread and start doing your stuff, mate.
I didn't confirm which side or which waypoint for 2.
Red, 2's doing waypoint 1 with me. 3 and 4 are doing waypoint waypoint 2, and then we're going to go to waypoint 2. Lead and 2 are going to waypoint 2 next. Oh, sorry, waypoint 3 next. So lead does 1 and 3. 3 and 4 do waypoint 2 and 4.
Apologies, lead. I had problems on takeoff. I had to respawn. My joystick wasn't working and I crashed.
Okay.
Only in GR.
Which number are you?
4, and I'm just at the runway now. I'm ready to go.
Just do your best.
3's breaking off for waypoint 2. Yeah, I'd forgotten to switch my joystick on.
Embarrassing.
I've got 10 seconds to drop.
What? Oh, you know what? Point designate. And it's gonna be waypoint 1.
Five's breaking off for target 5.
Okay, Luke's got 4 bombs away on left-hand targets. He's breaking off to target 3 now.
Mission. He's gonna go back around on the target. Didn't realize we were already here. Two is in from the south on the targets. Oh, you know what? Fuck. That is, those are tanks. Okay, there's definitely 88s. Why am I not seeing them?
How are you guys getting on with target 2?
Couple targets destroyed, going back in for another run.
Okay.
Lee, where did you see those 88s in relation to waypoint 1? Ooh. Grump one away. Grump check one target. Going for another re-attack. Okay, see him.
Okay, only B's off hot on target 3. It looks like I've got 2 or 3 of the AAA there.
Yeah, Mookie's back onto 3 anyway.
Okay, I'll just lurk around this area and wait for you.
Yeah, copy that. Just get ready to pick on the. Got 8 Jade.
Grump 2-way on targets.
3 running in, waypoint 2. Mookie's 1 minute out on waypoint 3.
Okay, I'll return to target 1 and I'll do a bit of strafing, see how we're going.
Yeah, no worries. I've got 8 Jade on, so I'll keep myself busy.
All of mine are going, yeah.
Pickle times 2.
Grump check the remaining 88s. Okay.
Brandy, can we get sit rep on waypoint 3?
Yeah, Mookie's just attacking it now.
You assume waypoint 3 is pretty much destroyed.
Copy, thanks.
It's showing somebody else is looking at it right now. Okay.
Okay, Mookie's 8 bombs off on waypoint 3.
Hold on. So who's going to waypoint 4?
I could go back and rearm.
Yeah, well, I don't think we've quite got time to do that. Do you want to go over waypoint 4 and have a go at strafing?
Grump has bombs on target still, or bombs on the rail still, but I can go to waypoint 4.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind go there. But in any case, Nuki, if you head to target 4, and then after he's dropped some bombs, you can have straight to Kilo.
Copy that, waypoint 4.
I'm setting the waypoint forward to see if I can find any 88s. Alrighty. That's one target down. Do we want to report to the rest of the flights our BDA so far, so they can proceed?
Yeah, Benny's got it already.
Copy.
Enemy aircraft locked here. Am I clear to engage? They're at 30 miles.
Go for it, mate. I'd try and get a bit close to do a little bit of a VID first.
Absolutely.
If it. 3-star has 2 guns active at waypoint 2.
Naval tank. Oh, I see you. I'm seeing a couple of 88s firing at waypoint 4. I see them. I'm going in for it.
Okay.
Okay. Designated. Okay, it's still right off my nose. Excellent. Grump 30 seconds to drop.
Three is Winchester going in with guns.
Okay, there's only small arms at waypoint 1. Looks like everything's pretty much dead.
You know what? This would help. There we go. Grump 3 away. Come on, designate, damn it. There we go.
5 is at waypoint 5. I'm looking for the targets.
Hold on, Dan.
Is there anything left at waypoint 4, do we know?
Negative, Grump's engaging the last of the 88s.
So one's clear. I'm just looking back to 2 to see if there's any small arms or anything left, but it looks like we're pretty much clear out. Just 5 to do.
2 has 1 flat gun still up.
Okay, well I'm going in there now.
I'm seeing 2 or 3 guns left at waypoint 4. Flat guns.
The bombs haven't hit yet.
Copy.
They're going in now.
Yeah, visual. 3 is Winchester RTB. Right, Mookie's going for the truck at waypoint 4.
Okay. Drop in from the east, re-attack on an 88. What the hell?
This is the cap flight. From what we can see, there are no active bandits currently. We're gonna go rearm and refuel.
Hold on, guys.
Thank you, sir.
The hell? Okay, that's super strange. Yeah, I think it's looking at the proper target. Drop one away on the remaining 88.
I'm in from the southeast on these trucks.
Coming in on it? Yeah.
Track long final, runway 29 left, Shrad.
Rump Shack 88.
Warning Mosquito, that convoy you're fighting has got rubble in it. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we'll leave it alone, sorry. Yep.
Lead 2, do you know if there's any remaining targets left at any of the waypoints?
Hold of the convoy about 2 miles before
I
that.
think there's still one gun
Yeah, we did. We ignored that.
waypoint
Was that a fatal mistake? Yeah, they're the baddies, I believe.
2 heading to waypoint 4. We still have one AAA alive at waypoint 4. Unless anybody's already going on it, I'm going to strafe it real quick.
This is Socket 5. I think I found the target.
Does this thing keep screwing up? It's definitely not showing the right position. I don't know why.
Foxtrot Seahorse. Go ahead, Seahorse. You see that big massive buildings just over to your, I think it's south. Is Rommel in that, or can I go bomb it? You can go bomb that. We've got Rommel where you straight to minute. Roger.
Yeah, that's super strange. Yeah, he's looking straight at me. Who are you, buddy? Still pointing the wrong spot, huh? I don't know why it's doing that. Wait, designate. There we go. No, it's still showing the wrong place. That's so strange.
How you getting on, Dan?
It's going well. I'm about to pick up on target.
Well done.
Scenario on final on the jet runway 2
on Winchester.
029.
Anybody know a key combination to switch off in VR Windows mixed reality display of black and white display of what's around you? Because I can't see a thing in front of me because it suddenly switched itself on.
Sorry, I do not.
Okay, waypoint designate should be in the right spot.
Have you tried Alt Y? I'm not sure if that's the one though. I'll give it a try, thank you. Scale, Tuxel. Go for scale. Is that convoy attacking fully down? We're just going to be passing over with Rommel in the helicopters. There's a couple of trucks left. It should be safe enough to pass by, I think. They've not shot once at me. We'll go slightly north of them. Yeah, I've got a visual on you, so I'll avoid you when I'm doing a run.
Grump, guns, guns, guns.
Altitude. Altitude. Stay up, stay up.
Grump Shack on the final AAA at waypoint 4.
Tucks, I'll be coming in from your right to left, but I'll be ahead of you and past before you get to the convoy. Copy that, scope. Yeah, Alibi's airborne and I've got more, I'm fully loaded now, so I'm just going to drop a couple on waypoint 2 and then I'll go over to 4.
Copy that. Waypoint 4 is neutralized.
Sorry, it's fully neutralized. Okay, well done.
Yeah, affirm. It just had a
5. It's, I assume Damp's got it, but we'll just have to see.
Yeah, waypoint 4 just had a final AAA piece. It wasn't one of the 88s, but it was just a little triple gun. AAA gun.
Yeah, they've all got that. I took a lot of hits from a little bit of that, just lucky in the target.
Okay.
Final 29 left.
2 is down to air-to-air capability remaining.
Well, have fun.
Yeah.
Tuxel to Mosquito flight.
I mean, I still do have guns.
We're coming back now with Rommel. All the convoys dead on the northwesterly route from him. I believe so. We didn't run into any on our way in. But I'm going to fly up to the far that way anyway, so if there are, I'll let you know. Cool, thank you.
I think it wants to pull more to the left, so... Oh, nah, I made it really unstable. Here we go. Looks like they're already in a furball.
Well, this is 5. My CCIP reticle is way off. I don't know how I'm whipping these bombs.
Come on, have a look.
Your stuff's going wonky too. My targeting pod is not looking at the right location. I mean, it's looking at the right location, but on my electronics, it's showing way off.
They probably didn't have GPS back in 1945.
Good point.
I had the same problem as well. I had a truck lined up, and I was strafing it, and I must have been a couple of 100 meters away.
That makes a lot of sense. Our INSs are all screwed up then.
Sorry, and obviously the lack of GPS. Still, I managed to get 9 ground targets and 1 air target, so it's not been a bad sortie.
Do you see some stuff blowing up at waypoint 2?
That's me. I'm just finishing up the cuddle wagons and shit.
Nice. What is that? What are you?
Okay, Damp, I'm on my way to waypoint 5 now.
I'd appreciate the help. Thank you so much.
I've got 4 bombs to go.
3 is en route to waypoint 5. If you need me, I got full 8 bombs.
Just keep going, yeah, why not? The more holes, the barrier.
Giggity.
Are all the waypoints taken care of?
Hello? Pretty much, I think 5 is the only one we're a bit suspect.
Receive.
2's gonna go in and clean up waypoint 2. Looks like there might be 1 gun still alive and at least 1 AAA. Okay, I see you. Two, guns, guns, guns. 2 AAA destroyed RTB Winchester.
Hold on. Just a wagon, wasn't it?
It was a AAA.
Oh, is that what AI Blitz is?
It was a Flak 30.
Okay. They're a nightmare to see on this teapot, aren't they, until you're really close.
Yeah.
And Damp, what did you think this HQ looked like?
I've got a bunch of military buildings with a bunch of military vehicles all parked out in front. It's one tent.
Oh, okay, looking.
Gonna go ahead and fence out.
I can laser for you if you want.
Friendly inbound, Spitfire, emergency landing, engine damage.
Oh, I've got it.
Need 4. Do I need to rearm refuel?
Why not?
Okay, where am I needed then?
Oh, 246. Okay. Yeah, TACAN's not even showing up properly. Oh well. But they said something about TACAN being in here.
Okay, bombs are out, Damp. See somebody strafing over.
Yeah, whatever. Coming in for landing.
Show us traffic Macabo inbound for runway 29 right. 20 miles.
Jump flight reporting, we're engaging 2 convoys. First one almost destroyed, second one we're engaging now.
Buddy Spike, M2000.
You're right on target.
Okay.
Whistler, I don't know how to unlock. I don't know how to do it.
You did it, Cap.
Sonny of Striker, if you want to go to target 5 and put a few more down, there's quite a lot of things.
Cap, I'm not in your flight.
Waypoint 5.
3 still inbound, waypoint 5.
Right.
2 is entering initials at Shiraz.
I had some Kubel wagons eyeballing a bomb on.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't like those Kubel wagons. I took a dislike to them.
Copy. My CCIP reticle is to the left side of my HUD.
It's sort of windy today.
It might have something to do with what year they've got in the mission.
2 times mosquitoes landing at 5.
Hornets, they go nightmare if the years prior to 94.
Copy. I'm bingo on all fuel. I'm sorry, on all weapons. I'm gonna RTB.
Okay, well done.
Bingo on all weapons. That's called Winchester.
Yeah, you're right, Winchester.
Sure, sorry, Macabo.
Oh, that's your American.
Final for runway 29 right.
I'm looking at them very angrily right now.
British Army use Winchester as well. And the Apaches.
Well, Winchester is a NATO term, and Remington is as well.
Yeah, when you're dropping nukes, you don't normally say
Paddy Wagon, MI8, 10 miles south of the fart with Rommel.
I would take it the Mirages are coming in for a landing. I only have 2,500 pounds of fuel left. I'd say that's pretty efficient.
of waypoint 5. Pickle. Just so we can have one moving.
Hello, Fire. How you doing today?
Everybody, there seems to be a fairly large group of enemy armour heading in on one of our front line areas, so I'll tell you the square in a sec. Square XN63.
Yeah, it's in North Central. I'm here just with the Gazelle armor myself, so it needs some help.
3, looks like your bombs were in the gap between the two sets of buildings.
Firm, running in on CCIP.
Okay. Nice big holes you made, mind.
Thank you.
Altitude.
Did my best.
Altitude.
So there are 2 pieces of armour left to Task Force North as well.
Thank you guys for covering that target for me.
Pleasure.
Yeah, CCIP's really sideways.
Yeah. Well, when I was strafing, the bullets weren't going anywhere where I pointed them.
So T would say our mission's complete.
MI8's 3 miles south of the fort, inbound.
Control, Bendy. Bendy, go ahead. Yeah, Tuxor, I've crashed about 1 mile north of the FARP. I'm okay. I don't know if you've got any units that could pick me up.
Roger that. Timbo's got Rommel, and I'll carry on past and find you.
I am dangerously close to some power lines.
Lead 2, are we good for mission complete, or do you need me to rearm?
Well, I'm on my way home. I think we've pretty much done what we can.
Roger that. I'll park her up, and I'll see you at the tent.
Roger D.
I'll see you guys there.
And Ollie Beasy Winchester.
Okay, 4's on the ground, ready to depart. Shall I just stay here then, yeah?
It's up to you, mate. If you want to go and play, go and play.
Is there anything left to play with, though?
There's a few vehicles at waypoint 5, that's it.
Show me the rabbit.
Why does it turn like that? What the hell?
Marty Winchester on the checking group on Square XN63, returning to base to rearm.
Wonder if there's any ground units we can occupy. That's how it's done, boys. Parking brake set.
Where's that Harrier left to drive? You have a problem with my driving? Enormous problem.
We still have 4 enemy armor units on the north central area advancing for our armor.
Nice step in.
Right under the power line.
Damn, what a bang up parking job too.
Side lifted Shiraz.
Taking a picture of this.
Audience be advised, Rommel has now been brought back to the FARP and is in custody.
Yeehaw! Alright, well enough of that. Let's see what everybody else is up to. We got Shrek all the way out here.
Stock starting initials on runway 11. 11 left.
Ooh, I am gonna rate this landing.
Stock starting initials on runway 11 left.
RT initials, runway 11 left.
Oh? Why isn't it Spitfire? Spitfire.
3 Winchester RTB.
Nice. Was that Shrek? Yeah, it must have been Shrek. Ooh, hello. Very impressive, hello. What's he doing? Okay. Sure, why not? What did he say? He's coming in and run 1-1 right? LED's coming in super hot.
Select on downwind, runway 11 left.
I'll be on the brake, runway left. I'll be on the brake. I'm going to turn inside, you done.
Snooze, you lose, damn. He's turning real tight. You overshoot. Wow, nice. Don't spin it out.
Okay, I'm on the right hand side of the runway.
Copy. Copy.
I'm rolling to the end.
Start, turning to final. Runway 11 left.
Anyone with ordnance, there's an assembly area I've marked on the map in square YM06 with lots of targets in. Spaceship on final runway 32 left.
Space Chef, this is Sock. Active is 11.
Jump to all squadrons. Are we RTB or are we still prosecuting?
Second, I'm sorry.
Active runway is runway 11.
In about 15 minutes before end of mission. Copy, aborting, going for one left.
Sock on final, 3/4 of a mile.
Track inbound.
Oof.
Spaceship turning base on 11 left.
I mean, it works, I suppose.
Spaceship on flight.
Jump. Do we have any more armored targets left?
Track downwind, 11 left.
I'll take that as a no.
Beautiful. Oh, go around. What is he doing? Jesus, spaceship. It's not gonna make it.
So the old sea donkey's still going.
Looks like somebody was using smoke.
I assume so.
I accidentally hit. Oh, I hit S.
I've just left Seahorse with his hatch door open because I bailed out.
Fair enough.
I see they never fixed the smoke thing.
Not yet.
Track turning base, 1-1 left.
Let's see.
Spacecraft, turning base, 1-1 left. Right hand circuit.
Copy.
Maybe we can do a kind of
On that
formation
Tuxor,
landing.
it looks like the KA-50s are pretty well set for
Sure, I wouldn't get
Wednesday,
too
so
close. I
I
have
might
a
switch over
blown
to the
out
hip.
front gear.
Nice. I need some help doing some cargo lifting, I think.
Roger that, changing it now.
Can't tell if my smoke is on or off because every time I hit it, it looked like it was on, and it's on again, and it's on again. I don't know.
Rearming complete.
Well, if anything, the smoke makes it a lot clearer to see where the base is at. Marked by blue smoke.
Track on final.
Spacecraft landing on the left.
Visual.
A lot calmer this time around. Oh, he lost his front tires. Damn, he blew them out. At least on my end, Shrek, it looks like you blew out your front tires. Good landing nonetheless.
I did. I blew it out, I think, on takeoff somehow.
Oops. This is why we do FOD walks, folks.
Chopsticks made sound landing at the fob sound so easy.
Did he flip over?
I hit. I bounced and then he went sideways. Sorry, Seahorse. Yeah, you made it sound really easy.
Seahorse is here?
I survived. Skill had an accident, and I'm gonna go try again now. So.
I thought I'd be clever and use the road.
No, I stayed off the road.
Track is clear.
Yeah, there was still something that I bounced and then just started going in a ground loop, and then that was it.
Yeah, I made a pass in the spit. I had a damaged engine, but I didn't feel too confident about putting it down, so I went round for another go and it died. So
careful, sockets turned into Silent Hill here.
I had a shocker at the beginning because I thought I bound my my brakes to an axis, and I hadn't.
I was about to say, Conehead?
I went through 3 mosquitoes before I managed to even get up on the way.
I'm in the same position every
It's like,
time
I think
my tail wheel
Conehead's
comes
somebody
up, I
completely
spin
different.
violently to the right, and I've got no idea what it is, but I've just noticed that my button box, if I press one button, it lights up 3 buttons in the controller interface screen on
That would have been
the
me.
Windows properties thing. I think my button box might be failing.
Sounds like the recipe for disaster, that, Auntie.
Oh, it is. I'm in the mission editor now.
Smoke weed every day.
Take off, and I still can't take off, and I've been flying this thing for weeks. So.
No worse than a failing button box, is there?
Oh, I'm going to have to take it off and have a look at it and maybe redo it.
Put some new buttons in it.
It must be failing. Either that or the USB port's going down. I have no idea.
Another A-10 flying.
I had the same thing the other day when I was testing with Einwolf and Stalker.
Spooky.
I can't talk about. We were testing, and I got on, and suddenly my Harrier is like not behaving like a Harrier should. I go, what the hell's going off? And it was the same thing. So I had to reboot the computer, from power on.
Awesome.
The
A-10 sound like they're supposed to.
Because I really want to fly tonight.
The best one I had, Auntie, was when I managed to bind my thrust to my rudder. That did not end well. I managed to take out, I think, 3 F-14s on the ground.
Oh, it's worse when you bind your thrust to your rudder.
Yeah, that was. I don't know how I did that.
The worst is
then
when
you put power forward and suddenly you're going off to the right or the left or whatever.
the worst is when you spawn in a rush. You've left the throttles at full burner and your head's down, selecting the T-pod. Of course, we've never all done it, have we?
No.
No.
I suppose you don't really have those problems in real life, right?
Well, you kind of the noise sort of gives it away a bit.
And I've got an SRS channel when I bring up the AWACS thing, and I can hear everybody on one channel. It doesn't matter what frequency I put on. I can still hear everybody from that one channel. I don't know if you guys are getting that.
Oh, it's because some channels have guard automatically enabled, so that's why you're hearing it. It'll have a G by it. There is a button. I don't know what it is, but you can have a look. Press it, and it will disable the guard for that channel.
Right.
Yeah, right-click on the G, and it disables guard.
Yeah, because I was.
Good job, Kelso's not here, because he'd be bollocking you about that.
Well, I was talking with Kirry Bob, you see. He's about a year ago. We were having a chat, and because Cap had put out this video, and he was getting all these people saying, "It doesn't work. I followed GR, and it doesn't work." And he was going nuts because he had all these support calls, and it was all because of Cap's video.
Right, Jackal.
So I had a chat with him, and I said, "Look, if you want like FC3 style extra radios in your cockpit, I'll show you how to do it. It's very easy, all right then." So we spent 10 minutes in sort of Discord video and that, and he showed me how to add as many extra channels as we want to our radio to be Flaming Cliff 3. So you can have your in-cockpit radios working as normal, but then you can have extra channels that you can put on anything you want. And you've just got to add a few lines into the SRS Lua file in the scripts directory. But nobody likes replacing that once you put it on, and that's all you've got to do is copy it into that directory, and it will provide you with loads of radios. So I spoke to Cap about it. I said, "Hey, look, Kirry Bob has done this, said this. This is what we do." "Oh yeah, I don't want to be copying files like we were doing." That was Cap. So if anybody wants a copy of it, you just got to put the same line.
More than my life's worth to do something Cap wouldn't like.
Well, it saves you having to use the AWACS thing. I mean, you can bring up the AWACS thing, put the frequencies you want, then close it and use your normal radio screen, and then you've got like 4 radios. It's really cool.
I'd be interested in that.
I can't really have stood 1 to 10 or something.
That's right. Yeah. And you see those.
Apart from my HAB, I once was doing an approach at Villeneuve, and we detached from Larbook to Villeneuve when they were rebuilding a runway. And obviously we didn't look at frequencies, we just used the studs. And I I used the studded radio, and all of a sudden there's this green flare and fucking flashing lights at me. I thought, oh, I wonder why that is. I was actually talking to Larbrook, whereas I was doing the approach at Villeneuve.
Oh dear.
Well.
And even the guy at Larbrook didn't realise. He didn't not notice me call, like, turning final.
Did you have to have an interview with them?
No, because it wasn't my fault. The engineers hadn't restudied it correctly, and we couldn't see what the frequencies were.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they hadn't been into the mission editor and put it in for you.
Well, I've no idea how to study the radio, but they haven't done it. Apparently, I wasn't the only one that day, because it was a day when they were told to change and they hadn't.
Yeah, I've asked quite a few pilots in the RAF why they call it stud, and nobody can answer it. But my theory, this is just a theory, is that because if you have a look at the Spitfire radios and the Mosquito radios and all that lot, those buttons, I think they call them studs.
Yeah, they look like a stud, don't they?
Yeah, and I think that might be it, but until I find someone who's old enough to remember that, or find out why they call it stud, that's my theory, but nobody else can put light on it.
Like a messy.
But it looks to me that that's what it would be. I don't know. It's theory. I need to confirm it.
Really, F-16s, really.
When you said studded RT, I had a vision of it being like one of those breadboards, that you kind of plug components in to change the frequency.
Yeah.
Change the frequency, so like they're literally plugging studs in a board to change the frequency.
Yeah, that would be interesting. They used to use that in cryptography. Shouldn't have said that, really. Now I've got to come around and kill you.
Good job. You can try.
Unit level switchboard.
I've signed so many official secret acts that I'm now covered for another 527 years.
Oh, I know that feeling.
I'll tell you, they actually trusted me, aged 24. I was a squadron bloody man in charge of the keys and the files to make sure nobody was nicking all the top secret NATO atomic shit. And I wasn't supposed to read of it, of course I did.
Was there also a couple of packs of Duracell batteries in that thing?
I'm saying nothing.
They usually put them in there, don't they?
There was a spare pair of keys for something, which I can't say what, which I'm sure the Tachyval guys didn't know were there.
What runway are they lined up for? Oh, is P-51 still in the air? Starscream is.
It's a shame we're not getting the Tornado. I don't think it'll be coming anytime soon.
To be fair, I mean, with all the stuff that the high performance stuff coming out, people probably would. People like fighters, don't they? They don't like bombers, two-seat bombers, do they?
Nah, that's not true.
Well, there's a lot of people. I mean, it's people. A lot of people might be disappointed on some of its performance because it ain't a turny-burny fighter.
No,
it's a bit more like the Vigan, isn't it?
I was gonna say,
run in, bomb the hell out of everything, and get out of there.
I run away bravely. Yeah, exactly.
Vigan on acid, isn't it? Really?
I was going to say,
and the engine doesn't surge in the same way. Well, it does surge a bit, but not in the same way.
It's amazing because I was just about to say there's sad people who buy the Vigan module and then Blood Not beat me to. No, but I think there's an appetite for steam gauge aircraft still.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I mean,
it's in that nice spot between aircraft which have basically no capabilities because they're too old, and aircraft have so many capabilities that the computer does it all for you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's in that nice sweet spot where you'll do stuff, but you'll be busy doing it.
It was still actually quite hard work getting bombs on target in that jet. Yeah.
I mean, what was the first RAF jet to have a proper HUD with CCIP?
I think the Buccaneer had a fair bit of something, didn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Jaguar was probably just before the Tornado. That had everything.
Yeah, but with the Buccaneer,
engines.
The thing is always directly in front of you, so that's where it's going to hit.
Well.
When you're skimming along the ground at 2 feet.
The thing about that was impressive about the tornado was that we actually knew where we were, and we didn't have GPS, but we knew where we were all the time. I mean, obviously it's like the big and it had Doppler INS, but it wasn't a laser ring. It was the old-fashioned, you know, gyros whirling around that you had to heat the oil up first and all that shit.
There's a guy on YouTube's actually got one of those, and he shows you it working on the desk.
Alright.
With the gyros and that lot, and he turns it around and you can see it moving on the map and things like that. It's quite a hefty, big piece of stuff with all that microfilm in it.
I was going to say, well, that's a different piece of kit, but the PMD that I had in the front was 35mm camera film.
I was trying to think when we finally got rid of our gyro compasses on the patrol vessels, it was not that long ago. I think it was only about six, maybe 10 years ago. And they were still using old-fashioned gyro compasses before they moved to laser gyros.
Trolls out here shooting.
Well, yeah.
Shooting the planes as they come by.
Remember, the major use of the INS system is attitude information, and even though you might get a couple of mile drift in position and a few hundred feet in the height channel, the attitude information is still stunningly accurate.
And was that what fed into the CCIP then?
Oh yeah, all time. Okay. It was all run by that. When I first flew the Tornado, it had a 32K mainframe computer, and it increased to 64. And we thought, wow, those lazy bastards who write the software, why do they need 64K to write the software when they managed it on 32?
I remember at University of York, the first computer I worked on, which was the mainframe for the university, was an 8K Elliott 4130.
Punch cards?
Yep,
Ignore
and you could do everything you wanted to on it.
Does not surprise me.
I remember writing loads of programs with punch cards. You had to wait. Problem was, it was so slow in that you had to wait 3 weeks for somebody to put your punch cards into the machine.
Jeez, guys, did you have to use hand flint axes to make punch cards?
I like the idea that you purchase a new module for DCS and a guy turns up with a lorry full of punch cards.
It'd be interesting to work out how many punch cards you'd need for DCS. For like 16 tons of paper or something.
And then it'll crash halfway through.
And the rest.
Well, I do know that back in the day when we had 3 1/4 floppies, or 5 1/4, 3.5, 5 1/4 floppies, games like Bejeweled would take probably 5 or 6 different hard discs.
Okay, valued humans.
On the Commodore 64.
The Starscream here.
I'm here.
It's wonderful you stand by. And welcome back to Debrief. Main objectives, Starscream, send.
Well, I didn't actually get to see everything else that happened because
you didn't.
I was
you didn't watch everyone in perfect time at the same time.
No, I didn't. I'm an awful mission maker. That's why I'm not very good. So, but at least the Harriers, we went out and we killed some stuff and we came back. So, I guess success there. I heard that we got Rommel. I heard that. So, there's success there.
All right, guys, let's do it group by group so we know what's going on. First group, whoever you are, send.
Stinger, yeah. Well, we got airborne once the FA-16s were ready to launch as well. We rushed to our target. We split into 2 groups because we had 4 targets. We basically overall had about 58 units on the ground, which we managed to destroy. Most of the time we used GBU-38s. 1 or 2 of us in the follow-up passes had problems with CCIP bombing in that it wasn't sort of showing very well, and I think Damp had the biggest problem. So we basically went across with a couple of spare bombs and helped him out, and I think basically we did about 90%, 99% of the assets at every target.
To note there, I think we learned the hard way that in 1940 we didn't have, or 1940s we didn't have satellites for our GPS. So INS kind of gets kind of wonky when you pull high G turns.
Roger, it's actually modeled as well, isn't it? So that's interesting.
Yep.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
embarrassing for you.
Oh, I knew that was happening. It's like, oh yeah, we only have our INS to work off of, so if we're pulling high G maneuvers, we're destroying our. Well, we're not destroying it. We're knocking our INS off.
Well, strictly a you problem, I'm afraid, boys. Okay, next group send.
I think it's the A-10s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we discovered that if the A-10 was to go back to World War II, the Germans would be complaining about balance issues. Because, yeah, we went to our targets and we rinsed them in very short order with CBUs, laser rockets, Mavericks, the lot. And I'm not sure about the other guys, but I racked up 52 ground kills for this thing. So
Incredible.
That's so funny. Okay, fine. Next group, send and ting.
Okay, so we took off with absolutely flawless precision, apart from 50% losses. And then we
GR takeoff.
We found the targets. Skill and I were within inches of murdering Rommel due to some miscommunication, but it's all right. He lived. We bombed some targets for a while. Tanky and Bean caught back up with us. I went to rearm at the FARP and landed. Skill had an accident, so that's 75% losses. And then we took off again, but there were no more targets left, so we destroyed pretty much all of our targets, and then we headed home, where I crashed, so we had 100% loss.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Excellent. Well done, guys. Very impressed. Next group, please don't say bad. Take your time.
I guess that's just me and my P-51.
And static, yes.
So I just basically took off and flew around looking for airplanes to shoot down. Came across, I guess, a K4 and a F-16 having a dogfight, and the F-16 ran away. So I took out the K4 and then just flew around looking for more aircraft. That was basically my only action, just shooting down the one K4.
Bird.
Well done, next group, please.
All right, that would be the 16 cap flight. We departed as soon as we were ready and burned straight to the 3 groups of bandits, northeast, east, and southeast. And the funny part was they were absorbing AMRAAMs like it was nobody's business.
They did, didn't
they? But the guns were working good and AIM-9s were working. And we killed most of them, I believe. And I don't think they had any chance to harass our guys, except for maybe Hasina there. But he dispatched the 109 he had to deal with. We lost Dauber. I don't know how that happened. He left after he either crashed or was shot down. But then we proceeded to land with only that 1 loss. So we had, out of our 5, that was it.
Okay, guys. Next group, please.
Was there for jump flight? Me and Starscream. Me and Starscream got up rather quickly. Flew to our designated waypoint. Quickly spotted a couple armored convoys, and Starscream brought some bombs and took off into that formation and sent some lead their way. And I was sporting IR Mavs and just cleaning up along the way. Pretty much just textbook flying, shooting, killing, blowing shit up. Toward the end, Starscream spotted a resupply convoy of trucks towards the south. Got some bullets into them and a few other missiles, and then afterwards we took off for home. We have kills in the combined over 20 or so. Probably would have been a little higher, but the A-10s, I think, leisurely jaunted over to one of our waypoints, and because they got more munitions than targets, so they did their thing, and we got back safe.
Good job. Well done. Next, send.
That's Breath, the Spitfires. We took off, headed out for our target assembly area, found it with no great difficulty, attacked with cannon, took out 3 of the 4 half-tracks that were firing at us, several of the FARP tents as well. Then we're out of ammo, so decided to head for the FARP to rearm, refuel. Halfway there, Windows Mixed Reality suddenly decided to put up the evil black and white display, mixed reality display, which totally blots out your ability to see anything. So I had to despawn at that point. I respawned at the airport since I counted that as a game crash. And was heading back to the assembly area, but overflew a column or V column of enemy tanks moving in on one of our frontline areas. So I engaged those, took out some Pumas, and then flew back. And just as I was coming into land, Windows Mixreality hit me again, and then I crashed. At which point I gave up. Bendy heroically he was damaged and heroically actually got back to the FARP and successfully landed, but with a dead engine too far away to actually be able to repair.
Roger. Okay.
Mighty good landing though.
Next Groupio.
Illusion, les Mirages. So we took off, flew high, not that fast because we were loaded like trucks. We took down the runway, parked aircrafts. We did a second pass, destroyed the fuel depots of the airfield. And then, since there wasn't too much anti-air defense for good measure, we strafed everything close to the taxiways. I think still there's several aircrafts that survived, but probably most of them took some kind of damage. We went back to base, very high speed, fun, very good formation at high speed. Landed, we tried to rearm. Some of us had gear problems, others system problems. I think only Elo managed to take down more targets after we took off back and went have a look at the FARP just south of the base. Elo, comments?
Roger that, yep. When I got back up, I just engaged a few half-tracks that was harassing our FARP, and then RTB.
Boys, good job. Next group.
Cap, I forgot to mention, in Fang, a few of our guys did air-to-ground Penguin and Macaboo after we did the cap, and they got a good amount of kills, so I just wanted to give them credit where credit's due.
I was watching them, yeah. Next.
Also want to say thank you to that FARP out there to the southwest that helped a lot with keeping the convoys out of action and away from the bases.
Next group, please, guys.
Task Force Center. We went out to the AO light. As soon as we got there, immediately had an issue, some desync or something. He just fell out of the sky. We don't know what happened. So I was left there with the Gazelle against a huge column of Tigers. Only hit one with my first 4 missiles because those are notoriously bad for moving targets. So I RTB'd, rearmed, came up back, got 4 more Tigers. By that time, the fixed wing were already on the other targets. Did a third trip. By the time I got there was nothing left, or I thought there was nothing left because I think there was a column left, and that was all.
Very good. Next group.
The Patty Wagons, myself, and Pimp. We lifted early. I think we were the ones that triggered the Germans. So sorry about that.
How embarrassing for you, Tuxedo, not listening to orders again.
Well, you know, that's how it is. We waited for some air cover to get near us before we carried on. We bypassed a couple of armoured convoys, obviously because our task was just to get Rommel. We found him eventually, so we were circling him, carefully picking off the half-tracks, and then Seahorse and Skill arrived and tried to shoot him in the face. But luckily we stopped him from doing that. We captured him and brought him back to base. And then I rescued Bendy, who is half a mile away in a field.
Yeah, that's funny. Is that a lot, guys? Well done. That's a big kill count. Added together, we must have killed 200 guys, I reckon. I like World War II with modern planes because it's easy and I don't screw up. And I don't get shot down by HQ9s and stuff. Right, guys. Oh, just seen a cool thing there. That's great. Any final words before I screw off? Whatever that means.
You know exactly what that means.
Yes, I do. Right, I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I will see you on Wednesday.
Ta-ta.
See you, Captain.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And thanks for the mission. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was a fun mission. Thanks.
Thank you,